history of this country, there have been any number of invasions. If you go back thousands of years, you go back to the Romans, you can go back to the Normans, and in all this time, every single one of these invasions did not end how it was intended to. Because the people of Britain were not so easy to be laid low. Today, we face a situation where the greatest enemy of our people is not an enemy that comes from overseas, despite the fact that at face value it may look like that. The enemy that faces our nation today is the enemy within.
Fight government! Fight government!
The cause of this evil is not migration. The cause of it is the relentless and endless Marxist dogma that has infiltrated and infested every single aspect of our nation's government, like asbestos rotting away at the lungs of our nation. Our people are once again finally beginning to mobilise themselves in defence of their own homeland. And this has happened. And this has happened without anybody asking for it. It's happened because our people, as one people, are beginning to say for the first time in hundreds and hundreds of years, enough is enough. When a people like ours are reduced to a condition where all that is left is fear and anger. If that had happened anywhere else in the world, then yes, I could believe that that was the end and that there was no hope. But if there's one thing that the course of history makes clear, it's that British people are not pieces of garbage. British people do not get laid low easily, and they are more than capable of finding within themselves the strength and the will to remedy this situation. If I think back to all the sacrifices of generations past, a lot of people are fond of saying things like, well, if the people that went up the beaches of Normandy saw the state of the nation today, would they have done it?
They switched sides!
And you know what I think would happen? I think if those people could see what has become of the nation now, they would not regret, no, they would shoot themselves. And it would not be because of any failing of theirs, and it would not be because of anything that the enemies of our country have done. It would be because of their disgust at how the sons of Britannia today could have allowed this to happen and could have allowed the enemies of our people to get to the level that they have and to take the power that they have. It's easy to believe that the situation is truly hopeless, but I tell you this, nobody is powerless except those who believe that they are. Our people have within themselves everything that they need to make the future that they want. Our people are not pieces of rubbish abandoned on the scrap heap of history. Our people are a great people, as they have always been and as they will ever be. Sooner or later, the chains of Marxism will shatter and our people will once again be marching towards their own destiny. And when that day comes, the enemies of this nation will disperse into dust, and then only Britannia will remain.
Well said, sir.
Right, thanks everyone for turning up today. Great turn up, much better than we've had before, so it's brilliant to see. So fair play to each and every single one of you. We're here today today to make noise about the invasion on the coast, which is being ignored day in and day out by this government, the traitors in Westminster. Not one of them is willing to act on this invasion. They sit there in the Houses of Parliament, they call it an invasion, they'll wind us up, they make us fucking pay for it. But when we make a noise, they stand around us and they treat us like criminals. They try to treat us like scum and try to air our own opinions. These people are scumbags, the people that supported it are scumbags, and anyone facilitating it is a scumbag. But make no mistake, the blame lies with the government. They're the ones encouraging this, they're the ones facilitating it, and they are the ones who are shitting over each and every single one of you and making space for invaders instead of the British people. We have people sleeping on the streets, struggling to afford their bills, but we're forking out millions and millions and millions on illegal immigrants being put in hotels, then into their own houses, paid for by the taxpayer, all encouraged by this government. They say they're against it, and they're absolutely lying. Natalie Elfoy, the MP of Dover, told us we're not fucking welcome. Are we not welcome? Are we not welcome in Dover? Are we fucked? Who does she think she is? This is our streets. These are our streets. These are our people. We will go where we want. We will make noise where we want, and we will not back down. So each and every one of you, I expect to see you in the next one.
You're scum! What? Get out! Look at the state of you! Lefty scumbag! Get out! Go away, mate. Whatever.
Hello everyone. I'm just writing down a speech for you. Firstly, I want to say a heartfelt thanks to all of you, and thanks to each and every single one of you who have turned up today, many of whom have travelled hundreds of miles to come down here today and show your anger about what is happening down here in frontline Dover, frontline folks. And so I want you all to give yourselves a round of applause.
Well done, everyone!
This is the front line. This is the front line. And I want to start this speech by telling you that Kent Police, every single one of you, Kent Police, look at us, right? We ain't balaclavaed up. We're not actually hiding our faces. We are not far right. We are just right.
Well done, Liam.
But let me tell you this, I live in Folkestone. 400 young men are in Napier Barracks. They set fire to it last January. We have three hotels. The Carlton, State Court, and then Shortly, right? That accommodation is not good enough. I can't afford to actually heat my home, but these guys open their windows and they get everything given to them. The fact still remains. I'm not a racist, and neither are anyone. Every single one of you are here because you are patriots. And what I'm seeing in this country is disgusting. It's disgusting. And do you know what? I'm just going to end this now. Tell you what. Now you've just listened to me. Now you've just listened to me. £10.2 million a day being paid on their hotel bills. Guess what? Each and every single one of you have just lost £600. Thank you very much.